What's good, world? It's your boy Mastermind Main, and this is the weekday drop. We are still in the month of April, but I'm probably gonna switch things up a little bit different with these episodes. But I'm gonna be in here real quick, man. I just want to talk about a couple things. I seen the Apple event today, which was pretty cool, but it kind of put me to sleep at the end. Not gonna lie, but real quick, I want to speak about the Apple event. One thing that I was really actually excited about for is when I seen that Apple TV 4K. Like the Apple TV 4K is pretty cool, and they redesigned the whole remote control where it can control your television now, and it's a couple of features or whatever on a remote, and they even got, the same processor that's in the phone and the computers is now in the Apple TV 4K, which is pretty dope. The start off price, I think it's at $179. I don't have anything wrote down on me right now. I think it's like $179 and $199 or something like that for a bigger storage. But that's key because you have you have Apple Arcade, you know what I'm saying, and that's tied to gaming. So check this out real fast. By the mere fact that they redesigned the remote control for Apple TV, and you have the Apple Arcade stuff built into the Apple TV 4K, that's pretty dope. And for the mere fact that I seen you can hook up your PS5 joystick and play these games. They showed during the Apple event someone playing Apple Arcade with the PlayStation 5 joystick. Yo, that's pretty big for Apple Arcade. But again, it's the games that makes these things just kind of flash out. But again, Apple Arcade, it's not really, I don't really consider it a gaming console. But if you're just looking to pass time, you know what I'm saying, if you got a bunch of Apple products and you're an Apple head and you don't really you still own a game console, but you don't really really feel like firing it up or anything, you're already on your Apple TV or whatever, that's gonna be a good look, you know what I'm saying. And these games, they're not, you know what I'm saying, they're not bad, actually. They're really not bad. It's like arcade, just like they say, just like the name of it is. So it's not bad, and you know what I'm saying, to see Apple move into that direction is pretty smooth. And speaking of gaming and just better tech, the new iMac look amazing, and for the mere fact it's in different colors like that's dope. And the iMac is really thin, man, and it's gonna be pretty dope. Imagine, you know what I'm saying, they said you can play your games and jump into a video, like a Zoom conference or whatnot, with over 100 and some people and still play your game. Like that right there is multitasking power. Because these games take a lot of little rendering power to do its thing. And then you're, you know what I'm saying, got video playing, like that's dope. So the mere fact that Apple, and then plus two, you got the Game Pass that's now coming to the iOS or whatnot. So that's pretty dope too. And for the mere fact that, you know what I'm saying, Apple is kind of on, getting into the gaming. I always told you, I'm excited for anybody to get into gaming, even Google Stadia. Even though Google Stadia didn't get the love and I feel like it's dying out, still exciting to see that Google in the gaming market, Apple in the gaming market, Amazon still in maybe, is rumors all over the internet, Amazon may get into gaming or whatnot. It'd be pretty dope if Amazon do, because they already own Twitch. Actually they are. It's not necessarily all over the internet now. Amazon actually do. I forgot about it. But yeah, they actually do, now that I think about it. Let me slow my thoughts down for a second. Amazon I forgot the name of the little gaming console they got coming, and it actually may be out. I haven't heard anything else about it since CES. So yeah, Amazon actually, yeah. So, for the mere fact all these big companies or whatnot is getting into gaming is a really good thing, man. It's good to see. It's good for the culture of gaming. And I gotta speak about a little bit of this too. I was gonna come on video and speak about it. That's probably will later, speak a little more in depth in it. But shout out to Hip Hop Gamer, man, because he dropped a video talking about, black journalists inside the gaming industry or whatnot. And it makes a lot of sense. I actually was about to ask him that same question, like, yo, bro, how do, people of color, really like be on the forefront of gaming? Because everywhere you go, you don't really see color people, in video gaming industry or whatnot too much. Honestly, the biggest person I knew of color was Hip Hop Gamer. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's more to it. I'm gonna speak a little bit more to it on camera, but I just briefly speak about it on the podcast. Y'all be sure to check him out, man, and follow him, man. Look, man, Big Bro is the GOAT of gaming, period. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? He definitely dropped some gems on us, man, and that definitely like really put a lot of things into perspective, because it's like, yeah, you know what? I haven't really thought about that until he dropped the video, and I was actually just thinking about it, but he had already dropped the video. It's like, oh, cool. He just kind of answered my question. So, you know what I'm saying? It's good to have that, because now we're living in an age to where, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you know, equal opportunity. You feel what I'm saying? And I feel like the culture is definitely shifting around to people of colors now starting to really get, you know, what we deserve. And what I mean by that is, you know what I'm saying, better opportunities, you know what I'm saying, leadership positions, being a part of something, being a part of the bigger picture, you know what I'm saying? And things like that in the gaming industry need to change, man. Period. It just need to change. I need to be able to see, anytime I look up color journalists in gaming, I need to be able to see Hip Hop Gamer. You know what I'm saying? Or someone that looks like me, you know? But moving on, man, to something else, I'm gonna come back and speak on that, because that's definitely a trending and a hot topic right now. But that needs to change. But I want to speak about PlayStation, man, real fast. PlayStation definitely listening to their fans, man, because listening to the community, for the mere fact that the PS3 and the Vita store won't be closing, that is great. You know what I'm saying? For all of us that still, you know, utilize and use our PlayStation Vistas. The handheld thing, man. It's 420. So look, people that still use the PlayStation handheld, man, and the PS3 stores, you know what I'm saying, still operate and play those games, man. That's a good look, man. They don't need to close those stores down unless they're going to introduce backwards capability to the PS5. And look, Sony, y'all playing, man. Y'all playing. Look, man, I just want to come on here and say, look, man, I'm a gamer tester, man. There's plenty consoles I done kind of, you know, got into and figured out the ins and outs of it, and, you know, see, can it play other games, and, you know, just doing some stuff with it. I wish I had two PS5s to kind of really tap into it and figure the thing out, man. But I have the disc version of the PS5. Now, when you put a PS3 game into the PS5, you know, usually when you put that PS3 game into the PS4 or whatever, it makes weird noises. But for the 5, it don't do that. It actually load up like it's trying to read the data. So at that point, I'm feeling like, yo, this is software blocking this, man. This is the software that's blocking these games from playing. And for the mere fact, that's like perfect example. I know it's proprietary software, you know what I'm saying? That's how Sony get down. That's how Xbox do, you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like this, man. CDs, DVDs, HD DVDs, Blu-rays, 4K Blu-rays, anything that's, you know, higher technology for us to 4K can backwards capability and play DVD, you know, CD such and such. But if it's CD, it can't play Blu-ray. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, the PS5 newer technology, 4K Ultra Blu-ray player inside, meaning it can play DVDs, Blu-rays, or whatnot. So the same thing with the video games, man. That's just how I'm thinking. It's just my opinion. I may be wrong, but this is just me just kind of passionately speaking about it. You know what I'm saying? You put that PS3 game in there, man, it don't make weird noises. It makes a noise of, let me think about it. Oh no, PlayStation said I can't play it. Yo, if I get my hands on another PS5, folks, I will be cracking it open and trying to crack the code to figure out how can we get this PS5 to play backwards capability games. Yeah, that will happen if I get my hands on another PS5. But only got one, and PS5 is very hard to get your hands on. But I still have hope for backwards capability in the PS5, man. And I'm really hoping that, you know what I'm saying, Sony kind of do something with that. But for the mere fact that they kept the stores open, that lets me know, hey man, they're listening. You know what I'm saying? They're listening to the community or whatnot, and that's good. And speaking of the community, and speaking of PlayStation, period, yo, MLB The Show is out. And it's on Game Pass, folks. I know all the Xbox players out there is loving that. They're having a glorious time playing MLB, all on the Xbox Game Pass, and just having a good old time with it. Meanwhile, PlayStation is advertising all through the game, you know. So it's good to see, man. Like I said, I'm a gamer, man. I'm here for Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. I'm here for all of them, man. And speaking of Nintendo, look, Nintendo, since I'm gonna be putting this on a separate segment of the show, this is like May weekday and weekend drops, or April part 2 segment or whatever, man. I gotta speak about Nintendo since I'm in here, man. Nintendo, don't give us no purple Switch. I spoke about this on the last episode. We want a Switch Pro. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Every time I come in here, especially if it's like beginning episodes to start other segments, I'm gonna come in and speak about all of them, man. Nintendo, give us a Switch Pro 2, period, or Nintendo Switch 2. We don't want no half, jank, all of that. We don't want none of that. Like, I look at it like this, a quick rundown. Nintendo should have learned from PlayStation, bro. They should have learned from Xbox. All this time, they should have learned from them. Example with Xbox. Xbox came out with, before the Xbox is out now, I be getting Xbox names mixed up, man. The X and the Series X, the S, the Zero S, like the weird names. They need to just call it something else to make it easier for us. But before the Series X came out, the other Xbox, I think it was just called Xbox X. That was more like a mid-season console upgrade that came out a little bit before the 6-year lifespan was a little bit over with. And then that's when, the PS4 Pro and all that kind of came about. Now, with that, I feel like Microsoft, they could have held that and saved their resources and money or whatnot for, the next Xbox, which is already out now. But you know what I'm saying, they probably just did that just kind of to get get another head start onto the graphics or whatnot for the PlayStation. And the mistake PlayStation made was the whole PS4 Pro, by not putting the 4K Ultra Blu-ray player in it and just kind of turning up the clock speed of the GPU. They should have did more than that. But they did do that. For the mere fact, I'm saying these things because Nintendo should learn from this stuff. They came out with the Nintendo Lite and it sucks. Like, it sucks. You can't dock it. It's only handheld. It's on the go. I understand the concept of it, but when you come out with a mid-system upgrade, it don't need to be a downgrade. It need to be an upgrade. PlayStation was a slight upgrade. Xbox, yes, of course, it was a slight upgrade because it had the 4K Blu-ray player in it and the graphics was better. Yes, it was an upgrade. That's a perfect example of what I'm saying. Nintendo need an upgrade and not a downgrade. To me, Lite was a downgrade because it is only handheld. We can play Switch on the go and handheld, even though, the screen or the controller may get a little bit on your nerves and it's wide, you got to hold it. I get that. Light more, a little bit more compatible on the go, battery saver, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's still a downgrade. What I mean by downgrade, meaning the hardware in it, man. We need upgraded technology in these things, man. Technology moves so fast. We need upgraded, more powerful hardware in these consoles. And Switch Pro or Switch 2 need to get the job done. Now, since y'all dropped the ball on Nintendo Lite, that little Switch Lite, go ahead and give us Switch 2. Now, I'm excited to see what Nintendo do with the whole Switch 2 when it drops, because Nintendo is very good at innovation, coming out with something like a new genre or like a new lane to kind of take the next generation into. So I'm excited to see what Nintendo do. But if they come out with a Switch Pro and it ain't truly next gen, I'm finna dedicate a whole episode of just trashing it. And just trashing it and giving you the pros and the cons. Because if it's not truly next gen, Nintendo, we don't want that. Nintendo is getting to the point to where they're doing okay, but obviously on paper, PlayStation is still dominant. And when I say they're doing okay, because of Nintendo has their characters, you know what I'm saying, and they have the history, you know what I'm saying. Everybody loves Nintendo. I'm not saying Nintendo. Everyone loves Mario. Everyone loves Legend of Zelda. Everyone loves Metroid. You know what I'm saying. They got characters you can just keep on naming, a catalog of characters. Now, for its marketing wise, and here in the future, Nintendo need to do a better job on marketing. Like when PS5 was about to drop, the marketing team was everywhere. They had posts everywhere. Nintendo need to be on just like, shout out to the homie Gary V. Just like what Gary V said, man, Nintendo need to be advertising their new stuff, or advertising their characters, not just Mario, Legend of Zelda, or Yoshi, or whatever. They need to be advertising. They need to like spend a whole, go ahead, spend $250,000 on a marketing team, and let's get to work. Because you got so many characters, and the catalog base is deep, man, to where you can really do some damage in the marketing sector. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially like with like it's so many potentials and so many ways Nintendo can go with this, man. It's ridiculous. Like, my prediction is, I hope that Nintendo go with the Switch 2 and not a Pro, move into AR, really get better with the features of Nintendo for its network features, which we already discussed. You got to check out the podcast, man. I know I probably don't get a lot of traffic here, man, but if y'all go back and check out all of my podcast shows, man, and my previous episodes, listen, bro, I be spitting hot fire like Dante. You know what I'm saying? Like hot fire, man, and prediction of a lot of stuff that's been happening, man. And you know what I'm saying? I feel like this is what Nintendo need to do, man. If we get a Switch 2 and not a Pro, and they go further in AR, better in marketing, better network, better hardware that's inside of it, you know what I'm saying? And being able to cross-platform, cross over to have your Switch have your Switch friends play with you, and you know what I'm saying, cross-play with PS5 and Xbox and all that. They're doing cross-play with the Switch, but again, we talking about next gen. So, like, they have a lot of stuff to improve, and I feel like they can do it, man, because they already start introducing certain little things for us, like them cross-marketing over to mobile. Great job. Them crossing over to AR with the whole Mario Kart AR. Good job. Now let's keep the ball rolling. Do more like that. VR. You know what I'm saying? Nintendo used to be an OG back in VR, back in the day. You know, the whole VR black and white thing. Now AR is going to be the jump for them, because I think that they already kind of doing a pretty good job at that, because that Mario looked pretty cool. But my point being is, if Nintendo have a lot of stuff to offer with the Switch 2 or whatever the new Nintendo console name is going to be, or whatever, if they have more options, more features, more things to really offer, and with a great price, man, Nintendo, it'll be back in the mouths of people. It'll be back in the conversation of, hey, they may give PlayStation a run for their money. Hey, they may give Xbox a run for their money. But right now, you know what I'm saying, Nintendo don't really get, I feel like Nintendo maybe they may have maybe a couple years on them, man. Couple years on them, because I don't hear a lot of people going out saying, hey, I'm going to go buy this Switch over the PS5. Or, no, I take that back. I'm going to buy this Nintendo Switch Lite over the PS5. I'm going to buy this Nintendo Switch Lite over the Xbox Series X. I don't hear nobody saying that. I don't hear anybody saying, I don't see any of that. I don't see any of that. The top two consoles right now is Sony and Microsoft. They're doing their thing because their consoles have features. Their console has a lot to offer. Both of them have their own little thing to offer, and games. Look, Nintendo got games and catalogs and characters, but they're not really offering a lot of stuff. So, Nintendo, my thing to you is, man, y'all need to have more things to offer in your product, more value. Give more value to the gamers. Give us more features. Give us more tools. Give us more things to really like deal with. For it's like screaming, Nintendo need to jump into that space. Have Twitch, or whatever, your new own little streaming thing, have something like PS5 where you can clip your stuff and automatically stream from your console. Have these capture cards built into your next Nintendo. Other people want to be engaged, and people want to be engaged on social media with the gaming, and Nintendo look, man, Nintendo got a lot of work to do. But somebody called Nintendo president on the phone, man, to tell him Mastermind want to talk to him. We got some stuff we need to spit on the table, man. But I'll be back in here, man, talking about more gaming and tech, man. I just had to come in here. You know, the Nintendo talks get real deep. I can go all day talking about Nintendo, man, because there's so many like sectors to where, hey, man, Nintendo, y'all need to improve on this. Hey, Nintendo, y'all did a really good job on this. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I get long with it and go all day talking about Nintendo. We'll be back for more, man. Stay tuned for more. Stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. I am not going nowhere, man. These episodes, I know some people come in, they just hear one episode and they forget to listen to the other half of the episodes. But typically, man, what I do is I come in here, maybe a 10, 20-minute podcast, spit a couple things, you know what I'm saying, fresh out the dome, what's going on in the gaming industry, and what's hot, what's not. You know, talk about some things, my opinions, pros, cons, or whatever, man. And then I come back in here later on throughout the week or the weekend and update on things and just continue talking on gaming, man. Keeping the gaming conversation in rotation. You know what I'm saying? And stay tuned for more, man, because I ain't going nowhere, man. And yeah. We on all platforms, and now we're on YouTube too. I'm getting better on the YouTube page. Follow me on YouTube, Mastermind RGTV, Twitch, Mastermind RGTV. No, Twitch, Master 23 Man, and the YouTube is Mastermind RGTV. Be sure to check that out. And the IG page is also the same. So yeah, man, stay tuned for more, and we'll be back. We will be back. Game on, people.